What's going on, guys? This is gonna be a Boruto overall analysis, not just the episode 204, which is definitely a legendary episode, will never be forgotten. Which is episode 204 is Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen. But anyway, yeah, Boruto better than we thought. We, as in most people who say Boruto's trash, and I'm gonna go over some of the reasons why some people think Boruto is trash, and just reasons overall on why the series is not as bad as people think, and how to look at the series to make it better in your eyes, as well as some things about Naruto also. So Naruto, after watching a few videos about why Naruto is so good and why Naruto is so bad, one thing that some people said is because it's true, as you can see right now, this is not what original Naruto was. It used to be about just hand signs, just normal people doing normal things, not about, who can fart out the biggest jutsu, like what you see right now. And so that's what Naruto, some people is going to say that's what Naruto used to be about back in part 1. And I mean, I like the way that it's going right now. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z, but with a better story because, well, Dragon Ball Z, let's be honest, has a simple story. It may be entertaining to watch, all the glowing golden hair, but at the same time, it's still a simple story. I'm not going to say boring, just a simple story. And while Naruto does have a simple story, it's a little bit more complex. It's a little bit more complex than Dragon Ball's. Since it's about ninjas, it's about the move behind the move, which is also shown in the Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen fight. So yeah, it still has the basic elements. It's just amplified by times about 1,000 at least, because Naruto is heavily based off of Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, that's the reason why. And so people are gonna be, and so some people say Boruto is a ripoff of Naruto. You clearly never watched the series. Boruto, the only reason he's somewhat similar to Naruto, okay, what is this, is because he's his son, of course he is, but he also has had, after rewatching Boruto, it's way better than what people say, and it's better than when I first watched it, because at first it was kind of boring until we got to some good parts like the Sarada arc and the Mirai arc, but it was kind of boring before that, the Academy part, but after rewatching it, okay, what is all these notifications? I'm going to have to turn this off. But yeah, after watching it, it's really not that bad. It shows how Boruto gets his ninja way, how Boruto starts to look up to Sasuke because he never met him, and he never met him yet, so he's he just doesn't know if he wants to become a ninja yet. And same for Sarada. It shows how she wants to become a Hokage. It gives more character depth to Mitsuki, because Mitsuki's just in the manga. In chapter 1, I read chapter 1, so yeah, he's just there, but in the anime, I think he comes on episode 3, it actually shows him, appearing and how he interacts with the other students. So yeah, Boruto anime, and also some people say it's bad just purely off the anime, but the anime is not bad. In fact, in some aspects, it's better than the manga, because with Boro, the character of Boro, which I just did a video on earlier, so check that out in the description below. I'm gonna put a link to the Boro video that I did about how Boro is trash as a villain and stuff. But yeah, how it gave more the anime gave more depth to Boro, and while yeah, it does mess up on some things, like with Sarada having a 3 Tomoe Sharingan in this fight, which she had in the manga, but she didn't have in the anime. It makes up with more character growth, like for Boro and for Mitsuki and people like that. Now, for me, it's better if you look at Boruto not as the how do I say, the sequel to Naruto. You should look at Boruto as its own series, its own thing. Don't completely forget about Naruto and Naruto lore, but push it aside whenever watching Boruto, because Boruto is a completely different series, and it has different properties. In the beginning, for the first I believe 50 something chapters, it was the story was created by someone else other than Kishimoto. So yeah, Boruto is a completely different series than Naruto. It's not And so just don't always try to compare Boruto to Naruto, because then that's what's gonna, like, if you try to hold Boruto, I know you gotta hold some anime to a standard to it, so if you want to continue watching it or not, but like trying to hold it to a bigger standard than what it's capable of at this moment in time is just not possible, and it's like trying to compare it to Naruto, and it's just gonna ruin the series for more for you. So yeah. One other thing that I see people say is that about Boruto is, hold on. Actually, no, it's not about Boruto. When I watched one of those videos about why Naruto is so bad, they said because the stakes just kind of was just nowhere, in part one they actually had a chance of dying, because I mean in the tuning exams, I'm gonna be honest, the one in Boruto, while it is good, it doesn't have as high stakes as, and I get why. It's just it doesn't have as high stakes as the one in Naruto, where people can literally die and the villagers just won't care. It's like it's just the tuning exams. That happens every year, and it's like, whoa, what the freak. So yeah. But it's because they say that Naruto close to the end of the series has no stakes, because Naruto gets all these amps, so Naruto basically has no chance of dying, and we always knew he was gonna win because he's the child of prophecy. But going into how Naruto is a self-made hypocrite is a different video in itself. But yeah. But Boruto, clearly we see it brings back those stakes. If you agree that Naruto got rid of those stakes close to the end of the series, Boruto clearly brings back those stakes as not here, not yeah. Okay, so in the anime only, clearly Jigen bodies Naruto and Sasuke. So yeah. That brings back stakes, because if you have someone as strong as Jigen able to do this to Naruto and Sasuke while not going at his full power, then I mean that's stakes, because Boruto is nowhere near either Sasuke or Naruto's full power. So yeah, it brings stakes, and also there's also an alien trying to take over Boruto's body, and so that's also a stake too. And of course it's probably gonna get solved all in the end, but I don't know. You can't say that the show has no stakes, because it does have stakes. And in the most recent episode 207, I believe, is the number. Borushiki just made his first appearance, so yeah, that just shows just how high the stakes are, because Boruto is already going into his Otsutsuki transformation. So yeah, overall, Boruto is not as bad as people think. It's mostly judged off the anime, which the anime does have some boring parts and some boring, seem like filler parts, but it's actually all anime canon. And I suggest just either reading the manga or skipping those parts, or just watching it all just for the fun of it, because that's what I did. And after rewatching it, it's pretty good. Watching the build up and all this stuff. So yeah,